Hello everyone, welcome back to Kubota Farm. We're back here in East Vineland, New Jersey, as we normally are Monday through Friday, except for Thursdays with the old family farm. Happy Tuesday everyone. Looks like I just got filled up on my trailer. I am kicking off grass work. As you can see, I've got some hired helper working on cutting. And I'm going to be doing the collecting, and we need to get some grass over to our sheep. They're kind of giving me the stink eye. As you can see, they're not thrilled with me at the moment. Oh, Brad. Looks like somebody left the truck in the way and trailer. Alright, let's get this thing moved out of the way. Just getting prepared to do some selling, do our wool selling. That is this month. I'm just gonna put you in here because I'm driving. So anything that's even remotely in the area, I am most likely going to hit. I apologize if I sound a little bit off. Yep, this is how we're doing it. Oh, you know what? I actually... yeah, I'm so glad there's not collisions on those. So glad. This is how it works. Yeah, it works. Just don't look too closely. Sorry if I sound a bit off. I feel like I'm coming down with something. Woke up this morning really tired. It sounds kind of like normal. I normally do wake up tired, but I woke up this morning with a different kind of tired. Very lethargic, very Feel a little bit of something, maybe, so my apologies if I sound a little bit not as enthusiastic or as my normal, I don't even know what word I'd use for it, but you get the idea. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of your way. So if we can get this grass picked up, really don't plan on doing silage, I don't think. Oh, maybe. No, I don't know. We don't really need to. A little race going on here. Excuse me. Excuse me. All right. I guess you got a little something on me there, don't you? I am in the 7, and that is an M8, so she's got a little horsepower on me there. Where you going? I'll wait for you. Yeah, I'm not sure about silage, to be honest with you, at this point. I mean, I guess we could, but I'm almost inclined to just feed the sheep all the way up and put the rest in our barn. And leave it at that, I think. I'm just gonna get these little cross sections that I always seem to wait till last, normally wait till last to do. Man, these are some big windrows of grass I seem to be crossing. I just want to make sure that the sheep do not go hungry. And I know that this field produces more than enough grass to feed the sheep. I would say it probably produces enough grass almost to feed them for a year, or darn close to it. Maybe not. No, that might be pushing it. Maybe 8 months, 10 months. Let's see if I can do this a little more user-friendly this time, so it doesn't look quite as silly. No, it's about the same. That trigger needs to be extended out. or a better driver. Was that it? Are you guys all fed up? Excuse me, ladies, are you all fed up? You are all fed up. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then there's quite a bit of grass left. So yeah, I would say that we probably do get almost a year's worth of feed out of this. Because keep in mind that we usually feed up the sheep and then put a lot into the silage fermenter, or the grass fermenter. Oh, looks like she's about done right there. You about done? Yeah, she's about done. So we'll go get this dropped off. It also helps a lot that we're using silage additive. We're using silage additive, which definitely adds quite a bit to, I don't know what the percentage is it 20% or something like that? It's considerable. So that brings up the volume of grass quite a lot too, for really what amounts to be a very little money. So if I'm buying equipment, leasing equipment for grass work, and it has, or for that matter, for chaff or any kind of, you know, silage work and stuff, if it's got the availability of silage additive, that is a big win. I'm gonna miss this setup right here. I guess I could use it on another map, but this is probably my favorite. Yeah, I would say that's true. That this setup right here has been my favorite setup on this map that we've had. I love the looks of it. I think it looks amazing. It works fantastic. It's a great mower setup. If you know, and it doesn't perform, you know, the same as getting the big crone or something like that, but I'll tell you, for money spent, it is, in my opinion, absolutely fantastic. A great pairing, the M8 with these Kubota mowers. I think it's the best looking, at least in my opinion, the best looking mower, tractor mower setup in the game. You know, your mileage may differ. Some people like the John Deere setups or the Kloss. Is there a Fent? Is there a Fent? I guess there's probably a mod, right? Yeah, you can always find mods for these mowers that rebrand them and stuff. I don't know who makes, I think I've said this before. I honestly don't know if any of the major tractor brands make their own mowers. I know John Deere, I don't know if they still do. I know they used to make, you know, you still see the old John Deere pull behind brush mowers and stuff like that. There's a pole there, Brad. But it seems like I have seen Kloss, if I'm not mistaken. I thought for sure I saw a Kloss mower setup, like a legit Kloss mower setup that Kloss actually made. And it's hard to say, it's hard to know if Kloss makes them or if they actually brand them from another manufacturer. That can always happen too. I wanted to look and see, and I forgot to do it, but I wanted to look and see what engines, what motors Kubota uses in their tractors, in their various tractors. It always, I'm always interested in that. I'm always interested to see, like, who these manufacturers go with for their motors. I know that Fent uses. I know that many of them use different manufacturers depending on the size of the engine they're looking for. But I know Fent uses some Deutz motors or engines, diesel engines. I don't think they only use Deutz, but I know that they do have several tractors that have Deutz in them. I think John Deere pretty much uses John Deere motor engine. I don't know, why am I having a hard time picking one? Motor engine, whichever, doesn't matter. But now I'm talking about, of course, wow, those are some windrows. And I'm referring to like their bigger agricultural stuff. Like I had a John Deere yard mower, riding mower, and I think it had a Briggs and Stratton, if I remember right. I think it was a Briggs engine in it. I don't really know if Kubota makes their own engines or not. I would assume on some of their smaller tractors, they would just be happy with Brad, you hit the wrong button there, buddy. I would assume they would be okay with using Briggs and Stratton. What's the other? I know Hondas are in a lot. Do they still have those Tecumseh? Is that what it was? Tecumseh engines? Seems like I saw a lot of, if I'm remembering that name properly, is Tecumseh. But I do remember growing up, my mom and dad, or my dad in particular, would always, you know, he was a Briggs and Stratton fan, you know, and but the funny part is I honestly think we had, I remember one push mower the entire time I lived at home, basically through graduating high school, before I went to college. One push mower, and I'm not kidding, and it was a Sears push mower. Yes, Sears department store. It was the most basic mower. Just, yeah, that's probably why it lasted forever, because it had zero benefit as far as our extras to it. It didn't have any kind of, you know, certainly was not self-propelled, you know, heaven forbid. That was a Briggs and Stratton engine. I specifically remember that being a Briggs and Stratton engine. And the only thing that ever got done to that mower were maybe oil changes. I never remember seeing my dad do one, but I'm going to assume he did. Changing the blade, or sharpening the blade, maybe eventually changing out the blade. But other than that, that Sears mower, it was had to put in 20 years of life of service. I would assume it was close to that. Yeah, good luck with finding something like that these days, right? I mean, good luck, first of all, I think. Now, I haven't looked for a mower in a long time, but good luck finding a no-frills mower that is also a quality mower. Like, you might find a no-frills mower, but it'll be some really cheap, cheaply made no-frills mower. So good luck finding, though, a really well-made no frills these days. And there's something to be said about it too, that self-propelled stuff. I remember my dad had a he did not like this thing. He bought a snowblower, oh, Snapper, I think is the brand. It was red. That thing was junk. And I remember how much he hated that thing. And it wouldn't start, and if it did start, it was constantly just a problematic. I think it had, I don't remember if it was, I don't remember everything about it. I just remember how much he despised that snowblower. I'm pretty sure that's the brand name, right? Snapper? I should have told you something right there. But I'm sure there's good and bad and everything. Like it seems like anytime I hear people, you know, say like, you know, that car or that thing, you know, that mower or that whatever chainsaw was the biggest piece of junk I ever owned. Somebody will turn around and say, "Oh wow, you know, I owned one of those and it was, you know, it was fantastic." Sometimes you do have to look at the operator. Like for me, if you put a chainsaw in my hand, I don't care how much you spent on it. I don't care what brand it is. I don't care. Nothing matters. Let's put it that way. I will find a way to destroy your chainsaw. Me and chainsaws do not get along. Fortunately, I've never hurt myself with one. But I just have never really gotten in the right headspace with any chainsaw I've ever used. I have managed to jam them. Let's put it this way, and I'm being honest when I say this. Every chainsaw I've ever used, I have managed to make even the nicest person, the nicest owner of that chainsaw, swear and tell me that they'll never let me touch their chainsaws again. That I have managed to do. There's one that stands there's one that stands out particularly well to me, and to this day, him and I are friends. But if I even mention the word chainsaw, yeah, it's not a subject I bring up purposely. That's for sure. And it doesn't help at all that I know it's me. Like, I mean, I know it's me. It's the operator. But I completely, you know, put my 2 cents worth in about how, you know, if he would buy quality equipment, this kind of stuff wouldn't happen, which of course lights the fuse even more. I tell him, you know, that obviously there was something wrong with it when it was given to me to use, and you know, if it was properly maintained. This nonsense. He knows I'm yanking his chain, but it's kind of fun to do so. But yeah, me and chainsaws, forget about it. I really am trying to remember a time that I used a chainsaw where I walked away going, yeah, that went well, and I can't think of a single time that's ever happened. And I particularly, and it's a weird thing for me because I generally am very aware of taking care of equipment and taking care of my stuff. Like that, my parents, I would say in particular, my mom drilled into my head that if you want things to last, you have to take care of them and you have to treat them, you know, treat them properly. Maybe almost to a point where it's unhealthy. Nah, not unhealthy, but maybe it comes across a little obsessive compulsive. But I definitely make it a point to take care of my stuff, because you figure you're spending this money on it, you know, you want to take care of it. And I'm one of those people that always saves the manuals, saves the paperwork, Saves the packaging if at all possible, because you never know, someday you may want that box. You know, you may want that box to pack up that thing in. Yeah, that's a problem for me. And it's not just, you know, it's anything. It's coffee makers to beard trimmers to, you know, anything that has a part of the manual where it says care and maintenance. That's me. I'm all over that. I am on that like white on rice. That's my favorite part of any manual. The care and maintenance part. I just find it exceptionally satisfying to care and care and maintain things like that. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, but then I know people, or have known people, who are like basically the complete opposite. Like they'll run out to Home Depot or Lowe's or something, and they'll buy a new weed trimmer, let's just say, and bring it home, throw it together, use it, and just toss it in the shed or the garage and call it good. Just like that. And I couldn't do that. I could not do that. I would have to, after use of the weed trimmer, I would be like, okay, let's look at the manual and see what maintenance we're supposed to do or care we're supposed to make for it. Are we supposed to clean? You know, or what are we supposed to clean? What are we supposed to do? Yeah. It's a weird thing, but stuff that but I'll say that it's, for the most part, I'd say it's paid off. You know, that I have had things last a long time. Now, the question then becomes, have they lasted longer because of the care and maintenance that I provided? Or have they lasted longer just because they're, you know, because they're good? And they would have lasted longer anyways. I don't know. But I can't take the chance. I had a friend that would never wash her car because she believed that the dirt provided a coating on the paint that prevented rust. So if your car was dirty, it would help prevent the salt from contacting the paint and getting to the rust. And I truly believe that. Believed it to a point where I wasn't gonna, you know, was not gonna convince her differently. That's for sure. Speaking of dirt, look at our trailer. Trailer's looking like it's been well used. All right, let's drop off our crone. And in fact, we'll give it a quick bath here so she looks pretty. This trailer has served us well, no doubt about it. Like I said, anytime I can get silage additive when doing grass work, or even, because doesn't silage additive also pay off for when you're doing forage harvesting as well? I definitely take advantage of it. I don't think maintenance is much on this thing. Yeah, I don't even know if I did that last time, but you're good to go, my friend. Let's look at our little M7 here and see how it's looking. Yeah, we'll throw a little maintenance her way. I think that's it for our grass work. In fact, that might be, we might, I don't know if we're going to get another cut in on this series or not. That might actually be our last cut for this series on Kubota Farm. Certainly the sheep will have plenty of food now. They should be happy. Where's Sean? There's Sean. Hey, buddy. We got your food over there. Go eat if you want. Of course, you've got all this grass here, so yeah, there's that. Oh, there's Sean's girlfriend. They've been dating for a while. Wait, are you? No, you're not Sean. And they just keep bringing the wool, and we just keep putting it in our global pallets deal. There you go. Watch it jiggle, kind of like a little jello action. But we'll be sending all this wool off to market some point here in April. I did a little perusing around at our facilities, and I think, where is, we still have just the one pallet of, I think that's, is this canola oil? Sunflower oil. Our tailor shop, I'm sorry, our spinnery is empty. So it has produced as much fabric as it's going to produce. But our tailor shop, on the other hand, has got several pallets of clothes for us to go sell. And these things, I think, are pretty expensive. I think we're going to get a good, decent amount of cash out of those. Yep, it's out of fabric as well. So we're seeing the last of the clothes being produced. So we've got, what, 3, 6, 9 pallets all together. I think they sell this month. And the only other, oh, what else have we got running? We've got the grain mill. So we've got cornmeal that still needs to be sold. Oh, look what I forgot. Oh, looks like the deer have been getting into our cracked corn here. Oh, well, give them a little feed. So yeah, we are wrapping things up, I think, pretty nicely here on the farm. We've got one more harvest to do for sunflowers and soybeans. Never did purchase any of the John Deere stuff, this bad boy right here, but we did use it once at least, so I guess that's a good thing. I love that John Deere forage harvester. That thing's sweet. And ultimately, we should have enough money to buy the Lambo, right? This is a Lambo, I'm assuming? Yeah, it's a Lambo. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know how much they want for this thing, but we could probably afford it before we get out of East Vineland. I can't even imagine driving around one of these things. Just doing your daily commute in one of these. I'd kill myself. I honestly think I probably would kill myself. I don't know, maybe not. I'd probably drive it so... I would probably drive it so pathetically slow. I would be Captain Slow. I am James May, I bet. I would James May this thing around. But I can tell you right now, I don't think this thing would do very well in Michigan winters. I don't think I'd make it out of the driveway. Oh, is there even a top for these? I don't know. Can you get these? Or is this just it, man? Can you imagine driving around in one of these things? Yeah, boy. Yeah, that's wow. All right, everyone. I've kept you long enough. If you're still with me, God bless you for being so. But thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Thanks for putting up with me once again. I do appreciate your views, your comments, your subscriptions are amazing. And I really do appreciate it. I will see you back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for another episode of Kubota Farm. You all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.